I'ma make it in the rain or shine. All about my money, don't waste my time. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down.
I know you guys are probably wondering like where I've been for the past month. Well, I got a new apartment. I've been moving in, or trying to move in, probably for the past 3 to 4 weeks. I was chilling, you know, in my apartment, and then I got these really noisy neighbors, and I just could not sleep. I could not do anything. Like, I just didn't even want to be home. So I ended up moving out within 2 weeks of them moving in. You know, sis is a little bit broke because it's Christmas and the move, and I had to get my car fixed. So I don't even really bought anything to review, but I did get a new Ipsy bag. So I was thinking I could just like start with this. I think I might have had this backwards when I first held it up, but this is what it looks like. This is the November Ipsy box. They have been sending these like cinch bag. You know, it's not the normal cosmetic bag that you get, and I'm feeling it because these, to me, I feel like you can kind of put a little bit of things in them and they will kind of like cinch all the way down. So they're more book bag friendly for me, since I'm the kind of one that really carries more of a book bag than a purse. So the first thing that they put in here is the La Rousse brushes. So these are vegan, cruelty-free, hypoallergenic, and synthetic brushes. I honestly have never heard of this, but Ipsy's good for that. They send you products that you either have heard of all over the place or have never heard of before, which I like because I like for them to put me on to things. And girl, when I tell you that they sent me a whole brush set, they sent me the whole deal. They sent me a contour blending brush, a tapered face brush, I'm assuming it's probably like an all over brush, a kabuki brush, which is like, so that's like, so like, I feel like people aren't using kabuki brushes anymore, but I feel like this could be used for foundation because it's kind of firm. That one I'm actually I think I'm gonna use that one to put on my foundation. Then they gave me a flat angle brush, which I also would use like if I was doing like a cream contour. I would use this just to kind of boo-boo. The second thing that they gave me is the Tray Stick eyelash curler and mascara combo. I don't curl my eyelashes, child, they are already curly enough. The eyelash curler comes with this. So I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera if it's really focusing, but it does say flip down to curl. Flip this part down and then boom, there goes the curling mechanism. It's got a pretty good significant brush on it. Get pretty good on that. Definitely something that I would consider more of like a goopy mascara. That I prefer my mascaras to be thinner because of me putting on fake lashes on top of them, but I know not everybody wears fake lashes, so it's all good. Ipsy has been doing this thing where they keep sending me these eyeshadow like cream sticks. First of all, they don't blend. I feel like they're better for like under your eye here, like right under your eyeliner, which I don't really like that look, but hey, like that's the thing with Ipsy. You just never know what you're really gonna get. Pay that $35 a month and you get what you get. It's called Julep Eyeshadow 101 cream to powder eyeshadow stick, and it's like in a shimmery color. It's literally called bronze shimmer. That's creative. It's definitely pretty, it just isn't very exciting. But we'll try and incorporate that some way, somehow. And then the last thing that I actually was pretty excited about is the Sugar Rush by Tarte Lip Sip Vegan Lip Oil. I've never had a lip oil. I feel like that's just a fancy word for lip gloss. And this is in Fresh Press. Little lips on the inside. And I'm just a sucker for packaging. Like, if your product looks good, that doesn't mean it is good. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's got like a little grippy. And it, ooh. Whoa, that was intense. And then also they sent me the Violet Voss 6 color eyeshadow pressed pigment palette. This looks lit. I love these colors, so I'm gonna do like a coral crazy look today. It might not be as crazy as I think it's gonna be, but I am very excited. Like, I will use like probably all 6 of these colors, but I'll let y'all know what I end up actually using. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my primer on, conceal my eyebrows, do all that basic stuff, and then I'll come back when I'm kind of ready to start in with the eyeshadow. Alright, so what I ended up doing was just using my Stay Naked Urban Decay concealer to conceal my eyebrows. And then I used just my Makeup by Mario Prep and Set in the color medium. I just used the lighter color on the left side. And I'm just putting a quick translucent powder onto those eyes just to make sure that they don't crease. Starting to go in with the Violet Voss. These colors are very pigmented, like extremely pigmented. I am probably going to start with the most muted color, which is the Pretty Peach, which is this one in this corner right here. Gonna be starting with that one. As you guys know, I love to start out with like a bigger brush, and these eyeshadows are really pigmented, like I said. But you know, a lot of times with pigment eyeshadow, you get like this harsh, like it doesn't blend right. These I can tell you are going to blend effortlessly. And now going into the second one, which is this Coral Pop, just to brighten it. This one is super bright, but it's like kind of the same. It is an unmuted version of the Pretty Peach, so it goes on top just seamlessly. It doesn't even really look like it's two different colors. It's just me brightening it up. I'm gonna go in with Teddy, which is this color here, and I'm gonna go in with a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go kind of right above where I would cut the crease. Mr. Teddy, as you can see, is lighter than we thought, so I have applied all the eyeshadow right here. It doesn't look like anything, so I'm gonna go over to Chocolate, which is this one here. And we're gonna see if that shows up. Barely. I don't know if like my brush just isn't picking it up. Let's switch brushes. No, child, it really isn't. It really isn't picking up these colors at all. That's very strange that the darker colors actually aren't. I mean, like, you can see it, but not. I wanted it to be like, you know, I mean, because this is pretty dark and it's just not picking up. So I'm just going back and adding a little bit more of the coral because it kind of turned it a different color than I wanted it to. So I'm just adding that coral on top just before I start cutting in my crease. All right, going back in with my concealer, I'm just going to take a little bit on the end of my smudger brush and just cut that crease. So call me crazy, but I don't like the feeling of concealer on my lid like that. So typically what I do is I take that Makeup by Mario and I just set it down. That way it doesn't have like that sticky, liney situation. I'm just going to sit this on top. That looks bomb. I was never a fan of cut crease until I felt like I had to do it. At least like when I'm using colorful shadows, I like to do it now versus them just kind of being on top of each other. And don't worry about that fallout, girl. I don't know why people freak out about fallout. I'm like, it's powder. It's going to happen. You have fallout with your setting powder. You have fallout with your friends. You have fallout with your man. I mean, come on now. Now going back in with the Pretty Peach for the middle blend here. That's why I wish that this Teddy would have been darker, because it would have been more of a severe cut. So now I'm going to go into this color Silk here, which is just like a champagne. I'm just going to see what that's working with. And I'm just going to put that on top. Yeah, that's pretty. So again, adding more Coral Pop. I think I'm in love with this Coral Pop color. It's so obnoxious. Like if I was going to Carnival or something, baby, it would be it. All right, so I'm gonna just add some liquid eyeliner, mascara, lashes, all that, and then we're just gonna jump right into using those brushes and see what those brushes are about. I just wanted to pan back in really quick just so you guys could see this mascara. Like I said, I don't really do the whole mascara bit because I wear fake lashes, so it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, the mascara I usually use is $3.99 at Meijer. So if that tells you anything, it tells you that I'm not that serious about it. But this mascara is actually bomb. Y'all probably can't even see my little bitty eyelashes, but it's cool. In all of my videos, I usually use my Kiss Pixie lashes, but because I'm not doing anything today, like, usually you would do this when you are doing something, but for me, I get anxious and I start messing them up. But I'm going to actually put on big lashes. I bought these lashes when I went to Orlando, Florida for vacation, because I was trying to, you know, do it. And I was out there being fabulous. So I had a couple pairs left. I feel like the brighter your eyeshadow is, you should wear bigger lashes, because if you're going to be dramatic, you have to be dramatic everywhere. Like, you can't put on the baby lashes with all that crazy, because I feel like it just doesn't match. And of course, that was like the easiest application I have ever done with these lashes, and it's because I'm not going anywhere. But bet you if I was going just to the mall or to McDonald's, they would be stuck. So back to that little kabuki brush that we talked about in the beginning. I'm excited to use this. I'm just going to take my Stay Naked Urban Decay foundation, and I want to put this on with this brush because I want to see. I don't even remember how to use a kabuki brush. Child, I haven't used a kabuki brush since I was in high school. Or maybe like just getting out. I'm like such a beauty blender girl. Y'all know I love my Real Techniques powder sponge. Because honestly, when I use brushes, sometimes they make my face like itch. But again, we're not going anywhere. So if my face starts itching, I'll just take it off. I don't like how you have to blend with brushes. Blend your foundation like a beauty blender will do that on its own. Which I guess is what the point is, you know, is to use your beauty blender afterwards. But no. But it doesn't look bad. It's definitely doable. And the brush itself is super soft. So right now, it's definitely not irritating my skin. I've been doing this new thing where I'm putting on less foundation and more concealer. I find that whenever I do that, it just, like, my face itself, it looks more smooth. I don't know why. Like, foundation, I feel like has a tendency to get cakey the more that you put it on. So I try to keep it to 2 pumps of foundation and then a whole lot of concealer. I'm just going to use that angled brush that we talked about. Definitely like the shape of this brush because it kind of grabs that part of your, it gets, first of all, it gets way in like where your eye is. It gives you that contoured look without having to really like do a lot for it. I would definitely say that so far this is like a really, really good set of brushes. Like I kind of am sold. I'm gonna use the contour blending brush to set my under eye powder. So this right here, I almost always prefer to do with a beauty blender because you can kind of pack it on. As you can see, it's kind of just, I'm putting it on and it's not, for one, it's not going in the area I want it to, which is my upper eye. But it is kind of just going everywhere. Taking the Julep eyeshadow little cream stick, I'm just going to highlight the insides of my eyes. That is something that I do like these shadow sticks for, is the control that you get with them. So you can really just kind of like, okay, I just want to add a little bit here and a little bit here, rather than getting out your brush and having to be super careful. I'm going to get my eyeliner out. Going back in with the Violet Voss, I'm going to put the chocolate latte at the bottom just to smoke out that eyeliner. I never like to leave my eyeliner just in a line. I feel like that looks very early 2000s. And when I smoke it out, I'm kind of grabbing that there's like a little bit of like smudge that creates on its own. And I always grab that and kind of pull it down so I get that ombre effect. So going back in with the contour brush, I'm just gonna add some bronzer to my forehead. Taking the big brush, which is the tapered face brush, just gonna wipe off that setting powder. Okay, now this brush kind of sucks. Yeah, this is not, it's just like gliding right over it. You can see I still have that white cast. I'm gonna sneaky my It Cosmetics brush, which is the bomb, and it removes all that powder, because I can't be going out here looking like a ghost. Even if we're staying in the house, we can't be looking like a ghost in the living room. Going in with my Kat Von D Beauty, adding a little contour. Yeah, I would say that these fluffier brushes are a little bit more mediocre. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this down, not with some setting spray, but just some glow spray, just to get the rest of that powder. This is that Aqua Glass by Ready coating mist. I'm gonna put some lip liner. Not gonna waste my time putting on major lipstick, because I feel like the lip oil is just gonna rub it off anyway, so there's really no point in that. And now we're going to try the Sugar Rush lip oil. That smells like 2002. I don't know what that smell is, but y'all know what I mean by when something smells like the early 2000s, like Bath and Body Works, when it was actually jumping and actually used to smell like something and stay on your skin. Yes. Yep, it's taking off all the almost all the lip. Let's take it all the lip liner I had on. My hair is frizzing up already. It's like halfway through the week. I would give this Ipsy bag, excuse me. Overall, I would give this Ipsy bag probably a like maybe a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was okay. There was some misses, and then there was some major hits. So get into the brushes. The flat angled brush was bomb. Kabuki brush is a 5 out of 5, honey, because I really like how smooth it looks. I was surprised at how smooth it looks when I put it on with the brush. I love it. As far as these two here, the two powder brushes, did not do well. I think that it's more so that they're synthetic. I find that every time I buy a synthetic brush that's made for powder, it just does not work. The lip oil is fabulous, which I kind of knew that it was, even though I'm still mad at Tarte for the thing that they pulled, what, 4 or 5 years ago. Ipsy does love to send Tarte products, so again, you're paying for the box. You might as well use them. They already have your money, sis, so just use it. The eyeshadow palette, 5 out of 5. I was disappointed in how the Chocolate and Teddy colors, which are the two darkest colors, I do feel like they should have had more pigment, but I am pleased with how the look turned out. So this I would definitely give 5 out of 5. I'm added it to my favorites collection because I think it's great. And then we talked about the mascara. I do find that having this little curler is really nifty for someone who has to curl their lashes or that likes to curl their lashes. However, for me, like feeling all of this gadgety stuff when I'm using it, and then it makes that little weird sound, it does feel a little cheap. But on the plus size, this mascara is slamming. I don't know if they have a version of this that does not come with the curler, or if that's just the whole point. This is definitely something that I would buy. And then the Julep eyeshadow creamy stick. I've explained this earlier in the video. I'm not really a huge fan of these cream to shadow sticks. This one was nice, but it's nothing to write home about. I don't know if you guys can see, but the swatch is still there, kind of. You can see I put my foundation right next to it and it's still there, so that it has good staying power for sure. I have had Ipsy boxes that were sent to me that are just goals, like they're just slamming, but this one was just there was some really big hits and really big misses, and I feel like that's what every Ipsy box, you're not going to like everything that they send, but the point is to experiment and try different things. I'm really going to try to start reviewing every Ipsy box that comes to me per month. For one, it's super fun to do because it's my first time trying it, and then most of the time it is good for Ipsy, I guess, for them, you know, to kind of have, you know, feedback on whether or not their products are liked. So at this point, I'm hungry. I want a Big Mac. Please, please, please follow my Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, all of that. I would love to see all of you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.